episode 10, so I went a little full send with the dancing there.
That song is just such a banger, you know?
Yeah.
So good.
It's like, gotta let it loose.
So I'm really excited for where we are for episode 10. I think this is a good spot. There's some cool stuff.
Everybody likes their character. We're getting in the flow now.
It's a nice, easy combat.
Someone gets to die next.
That's weird. There's a save point right here.
Just outside this building it was.
Yeah.
Touching that painting is your save point.
Oh my goodness.
Why?
What do you mean? You'll find out.
Yeah.
I just think this makes me happy where we are for episode 10.
I don't like that either.
Nope.
I mean, you're just compounding these things that make me nervous.
Don't trust you at all.
I like doing that though. Like when Liliana and Bethen heard that noise on the beach and you guys were like visibly nervous about like, oh no,
Step
what is
away
that?
From the shadow.
Was it just a frog?
I don't know.
You tell me.
You don't know.
It's probably just a monkey being like, look, people on beach.
I think it was like a, right?
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
So, like, I've been studying Dan a long time, and I know what each of his noises mean.
Okay.
I'm 90% certain that means gorilla. But
Helicopter.
it's just that your onomatopoeia is so good.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I like sound effects that I don't have to do in post. Yeah, but you guys are up on top of this cliff that almost killed Bethen, that you were able to climb a ladder some dwarf engineers put in for you. Good thing they're here. And now you're exploring this stone structure. You're not really sure what it is at this point, but you found a mural depicting all kinds of creatures with some halfling-ish looking things. And then you discovered a little spider's nest and took care of those spiders, no problem.
Can we check out this room now that the spiders are dead?
Sure.
I am not going to check out that room. I'm going to take care of Vicious because he got hurt.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you can make an animal care check. I did learn since, I think I said it on air a few episodes ago, but I did learn that you can heal Vicious with this.
Well, I definitely didn't.
So it's still your intelligence bonus plus your success level. So unless you got enough negative success levels to cancel out your intelligence bonus, you can still heal with a failed check potentially.
I had 3 negative and my bonus is 3 positive.
All right, so it didn't quite work this time, but you don't hurt Vicious more doing it. So Bethany, you want to check this room out?
Yes.
There's a lot of spider webs in here.
Okay.
Whole bunches.
All right.
You do notice in the far corner of the room, there are some bunches that you'd probably recognize as spider egg sacs.
Burn it.
Gross. Yep. Do we have
Whoa, hold on. No. If you boil a spider egg sac, the inside gets very gelatinous. And unlike chicken egg, spider egg, it's not like a shell. It's like
Boil it.
Yes. Yeah, we boil it.
Mm.
I'm not saying don't cook them all. There's probably too many, but let's take a couple to eat, probably.
I hate this idea as a person.
Heinrich, as you're debating this, Heinrich just walks up and starts stabbing these eggs individually with the foil, basically. Like,
no, you make them
Nope,
leak.
not-
Don't do that.
Oh, wait.
Oh, God.
the best case scenario with these eggs was that there would be more spiders. The worst case scenario would be anyone would eat these.
I think that's the worst case scenario.
Heinrich.
I feel like I'm the same as you. Like, as a person, but like Bethen would probably be like, okay, food's food. At this point, we need.
No.
This could be delicacy. You have no idea. These could turn into something that is only served at fancy restaurants.
I assure you, I've been to many fancy restaurants, and none of them serve spider eggs.
You could have been the first in the world.
I also haven't been to fancy restaurant that serves spider eggs, but that doesn't mean it's not possible. These could be different. Maybe these cooked in a specific way makes cream curdle but not taste bad. You can have ice cream but warm. Like a custard.
Well, I suppose it's too late now anyway.
Yes, it's on floor. It has dirt in it.
There are a couple of these egg sacs around,
Gross.
not just the one.
It's icky.
Heinrich is stabbing these spider eggs. He absolutely hates these spiders.
If I can get to one and get it, I would like to try.
Heinrich is not moved. He's ignoring this. He's just destroying spider eggs.
Just grab them.
If there's just a different corner. If I put one in my pocket, it'll be fine. I don't know
So you
what
have
I'm rolling, but I rolled a 34.
A spider egg sac in your pocket.
Yes.
Make a hard, whatever knowledge dwarf.
Kazalid.
Yeah.
That's speak language. Lore dwarf. I must have common knowledge.
You sure it has to be hard?
Yeah.
Okay. Minus -1 success levels.
What?
What?
You already roll?
Yes, I said I rolled 34 to try to get it. Or is it, did you want me to roll separate? Roll separate.
I forgot you already
It'll
rolled
be
it.
significantly better.
All right, so you put this in your pocket, sure.
Yes. Oh, fuck. In like my bag, not in my pocket. It gets squished.
Oh, okay. It's in your bag.
Yes.
All right, so you have the spider egg sac in your bag.
I should get that first.
There doesn't seem to be anything else in this room other than webbing and those egg sacs.
Remember that time when the ship was just infested with Skaven? And then it got infested with giant spiders too. Remember that time? I want to check out the bigger one and see, like, can I figure out, or can Liliana help me figure out with her animal care, like, how can I get the little venom sacs out?
I have lore poison and animal care and
You have lore poison?
yes.
Wow, I think
Poison
we've talked
traps.
about this. And animal care. Okay. What does Bethen have anything to help with that?
No, of course I have animal care as a species skill, but otherwise I've got trade barber.
Could I help with trade cook to like butcher out the egg sac faces or venom sac faces?
I mean, I also have trade cook too.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought prepare poison was a skill, but it's not on my GM screen. So I guess not.
Do you have an empty clear vial so that we can put the poison in it if that's what we're
Yes,
doing?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I would
To my
say
doctor
what did you so lore poison? I would say you have advances in both of those, animal care and lore poison. You know how to essentially milk a spider's venom glands.
Mhm.
I would say I want you to make what kind of skill based on dexterity would make sense here?
I mean, I have sleight of hand. Does that help?
Or like,
Yes, actually, I think sleight of hand would be appropriate for that.
What about handle animal? You can use it to heal like surgeon. Maybe you can use it to take things out like surgeon.
I was
It's
going to
actually
say,
using animal care.
I
Yeah.
also have surgery and I have sleight of hand.
So I would say Liliana could use her knowledge to guide Bethen through this, or Liliana could attempt it herself. Having the surgery talent, I'm sure Bethen has very steady hands.
Right. So do you want me to use surgery or do you want me to use sleight of hand?
Well, surgery is a talent, isn't it?
Yes.
What's your sleight of hand? What's your dex?
I've got a 15 sleight of hand.
Okay, that's better than me.
So Liliana can kind of tell you what to do with the spider, and then you can attempt it yourself.
I'm going to use a fortune point because that was a crit fail.
That's what they're there for.
Still failed, but not a crit this time.
Okay. So you're not able to harvest the venom at this time.
Okay. That's all right.
You get a bunch of it on the floor.
It's all over my hand. It's so sticky.
Don't
Can
get
we-
it on your hand. You don't want it on your hand.
Yeah.
Can we take some legs with us?
Sure. I mean, they're not spiders are not heavy.
No.
Even the average size one is not.
We could probably just leave them by the door and take them out.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
you know?
man. Yes. Otto could keep guard of them in case spider leg thieves come by.
Damn spider leg thieves. They're such a pain.
Poaching our kill.
Oh, we will poach these spider eggs.
So you've got 4
And wine.
small size
Yes.
spiders and 1 average size spider. You could bring back as meals, sure.
Yeah.
So gross.
I mean, it's not really different than eating lobster or
I know.
crab legs.
I was just thinking, like,
I-
literally, you're right in that it's just like
It's crab legs, yes.
Mhm.
They're like land crabs without claws.
I mean, Heinrich is absolutely not going to allow Otto to care these spiders back for eating.
No?
That's okay.
No,
We'll just put them up out
Heinrich
front.
does not support this in any way and won't contribute to it.
Heinrich, I need the large spider for my study. I need the venom. I have to bring the body back to examine it.
The only condition under which I would allow these to come back is if I had a guarantee that they would not be eaten.
I mean, I can only give you my word that I need the large body to try to harvest the venom.
It will ruin my entire adventure to even have the image in my mind of someone eating this spider carcass.
So I can guarantee you that I don't have any interest in preparing or eating the spider's torso.
You don't have to be there, Heinrich. Just saying.
No, it is a matter of principle and honor that no one should eat a spider.
It's already happened, Heinrich. You just weren't there when I ate one.
Heinrich, did you know that when you sleep, sometimes spiders,
Oh, God.
they go into your mouth and you don't mean to, but you eat them?
I shudder to imagine what it must be like to sleep in quarters that you do.
Oh,
But there are no spiders crawling into my mouth in my home. I am certain my servants will sweep all spiders out.
the thing you need.
And you're in fact, every time you talk about spiders, you are adding to my servants' duties to remove all arachnids and other spiders and creatures with legs. If not for my sake.
I will only say this one last thing, and that is, you mentioned shudders. The spiders, you might not think they are there, but when they shudder themselves, they shake very fast, and then you can't see them. That is one of their defense mechanisms.
Heinrich is just
Oh, God.
tuned out of this conversation and is like walking and looking at other parts of this dungeon.
So this painting is, yes?
It is
Yes.
a painting, yes.
What's this
Will-
other room to on the southeast branch?
Southeast. You want to go look in there?
Yep.
Check it out.
I
Check
need an
check
adult.
check it out.
What's it all about?
Boom, revealed.
Whoa!
What do you see?
I see. It appears as though there is a dead jouster in
Dead
here.
body.
So I will say on Incarnate I used to make this map, I couldn't find, they didn't have a weapon of just a spear.
Oh, okay.
So a lance was the closest I could find, but it's not meant to be a
lance.
lance. It's a spear.
But it is supposed to be like a body with a spear.
Like a plate armored body?
There's armor on it, yeah.
I'm
Does
gonna pick up a rock and throw it into the room.
And the body is a little bit bigger than it should be on the map here. It's not like 4 yards long. I forgot the squares were.
12 feet
I forgot the squares represent 2 yards each when I put it on here.
Mm.
Is it people?
Is it people? It looks like people.
What happens when I throw a rock?
You're going to throw a rock.
Yep.
And
Throw
depending on
another
what
rock?
happens, I'll go in and investigate because Liliana ain't scared of dead bodies, obviously.
At the body.
I'm just throwing it into the room. So,
Okay.
like if there's like a trap or a spider or something.
So as the clunk, tunk, tunk, goes around the room a little bit, nothing happens.
From here, can I tell like how this person may have died?
Make an average perception check. Plus 20.
Boom. On the money.
All right. So looking in here, you can see a few small darts stuck into the body and a few other darts laying around the body. What?
Does Bethen know how the darts got in there, or do I know how the darts got in there?
Do either of you? I don't know.
I know how the darts got in there. I guarantee there was a trap.
Question, Doctor. Are all the darts in their body above or below a
Oh, yeah.
certain point?
Is there like a part? Or are they,
So there are
like,
two darts
clustered?
stuck in it. You see it's wearing like a breastplate
Mhm.
and a helmet. There's a dart in its neck and a dart in one of its legs, and then there are two darts. You can't tell where it would have struck that are on the ground next to it.
Well, like
Gonna look
a
at the
neck
walls.
is too big of a spread for me.
Yeah. Is there anything on the walls that would indicate that this came from a trap?
If you're talking, are you going to be talking about this with others in this situation?
Yeah, like, hey, Lily.
Mhm.
Does this look trappy to you?
It looks suspicious. Can I use my set trap to figure it out?
Yes. Yeah, I'll let you make a set trap check to look for traps.
On the nose, literally 53 and 53.
Okay. Looking through here, there doesn't like in the doorway and anything. You don't see anything that would set off a trap.
All right, so I don't see a trigger point.
Hmm.
I'm going to be real ballsy and take a step in the room.
Okay.
So I kind of almost thought to like ask you to go in, because if they were all like toot, then like
Exactly.
across
I'm too short.
the chest, you're too short, you wouldn't have gotten shot.
Yeah, I thought
That's
So-
good thinking, actually. But Liliana can step into the room unharmed.
Okay, let's check this out.
What is this bright in the corner?
It's a shield.
Is that a
It
shield?
is a shield.
Oh, okay.
Body.
So you can see next to the body there is a long spear, a long sword, and a shield. As you get closer, it was an elf that is dead.
Oh, snap. Oh.
What?
Is it one of our elves?
It is not Lenithar or
Okay.
Kelthie, no.
Has it been there a while?
Yep.
Is it a fresh corpse or is it a skeletal corpse?
So you can make a difficult heal test to get an idea of about how long this thing has been dead, but it's pretty clearly dead from far away.
Do elves decay
I have
at
no idea.
the same rate as like other things?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I would not know that.
Okay, so it doesn't look like it's dead like within hours. It looks like it's been dead a little longer than that, but you're not sure how long.
Is there flesh on it?
Yes.
Okay.
Would I be able to tell the difference between like a wood elf and a high elf? And
Well, this one
Like
is
with
wearing
armor, it's
metal
probably not a
armor
wood
and it's
elf.
wearing light blue like livery.
So because it's metal, it's probably not wood elf,
not
right?
wood elf,
Is that the deal with them?
yeah, they're more like druidy.
Oh, gotcha.
I'd like to examine the darts.
Okay. So first thing you notice is the
I wanna
darts
look at the
that were on the ground have bent tips. And
Probably hit the armor.
right, and the other ones just sunk in, like one in the neck and one in the leg where there wasn't armor.
Can I inspect the dark?
They have like red feather on the end.
Hmm.
Can I
and
inspect
they're-
them for poison?
What's that?
Poison check?
Yeah, it's gonna.
Is lore poison viable for that?
I would say make a hard lore poison check there.
No.
You're not sure.
No, that's-
We would
that's
probably
-4
assume
levels,
though,
so.
like if there are darts in this person's flesh and then they died, we would probably just make the inference. Like, we don't know what type of poison it is, but like,
Correct.
obviously they didn't bleed out because of this.
Right.
There's no like puddle of blood or anything
Right.
like that.
Yeah.
I wonder should we bring this body back to camp?
If I pick up the shield, how big is it compared to my body size?
Probably
Elves
you.
are taller than humans on average, and it's kind of like a tower shield. So it would probably be taller than you.
So I'm literally gonna lift up and be like, "This would be a great defensive wall. Who wants it?"
You could just prop it up against the wall and now you have a house.
Literally, I'm gonna hold it up with both arms and like totter. You can't see me.
Is there any downside to using a shield bigger than a regular shield?
I don't know. Off the top of my head, I can't remember if there's rules in the equipment for. I think there's just. Oh shoot! Is there?
All I
difference
saw
in
was
shields?
shield 1, 2, and 3, and I was like, I don't know. I'll take the 2 because I don't know.
Right. I feel like a tower shield would probably be shield 3, but again, it would be like almost as tall as Gerty.
You're right.
It's very unwieldy for you.
I'd like to make a lore heraldry check to see if there's any identifying marks on this armor of a familiar, like, house or group
Okay.
that I would know about.
Sure.
I do not succeed on my lore heraldry.
Yeah. It's not.
It feels like the only time I was ever going to get to use that skill that I was
Right.
invested in.
Good try there. You could figure it's some kind of high elf. You probably know the difference between high elves and wood elves. Being from Mindenheim, and there is a conclave of wood elves not far from there. This, and knowing about Lenithar on the boat, knowing that he is right from Ulthuan, there are kind of different subsects of elves, and this seems to be a high elf.
We should bring back some sort of sign and see if our elven companions can identify any of the markings here.
I agree.
Yes.
So this tower shield has
Yeah,
nothing on it that's useful. And if
Is the shield like painted or whatever?
Yeah,
Okay, so I think that the shield would suffice to bring back, yeah?
you could.
I'm not carrying it,
Well, it's fine.
it's too big for me to carry.
And then
Literally.
there's
Use the
fair.
rope and make it a sled.
Ooh.
right.
It would be a lot easier to carry unconscious people back on shield.
Yep.
And then there's like I said, there's a long spear, a long sword, and then he's wearing a breastplate, breastplate, and a open helm that is very tall and conical.
Is a longsword just a hand weapon?
Yeah,
Okay.
but it's an elven longsword, so it's nice.
Very nice.
Liliana will, in fact, look for pouches of any kind and attempt to pilfer something off of him because she can't carry any of the weapons.
You do find some pouches and things on his belt, but they're all empty.
Can I take the pouches?
Sure.
Just to have more pouches. I always need more pouches.
Gertie, you have advances in evaluate, right?
Yes.
I would say just be having advances in that. You can tell that the longsword and the breastplate are like of finer make than usual.
Oh, gotcha.
Are
Like
they
they
finer
are.
than Heinrik's?
Are they Feinrichs?
You would probably think they're finer than what Heinrik has because they are like higher quality elven make.
So that's that is not just any armor. That's that's high quality H2O, you know?
Just imagine like slapping the dead body like you could take a
You
lot
could
of
fit
hits.
so many halflings in one of these things.
It's true.
Yeah. So upon pointing out that that's fine armor, that's breastplate's heavy armor, isn't it?
It's plate armor, yeah.
Yeah, and you need do you need any kind of training, or is it just penalties that you take for it being so bulky?
I believe it's just penalties.
Yeah,
And cost is very high.
Yeah, the cost, it's expensive. It does grant 2 armor. Is that right?
It's impenetrable.
Yeah, it has the impenetrable and weak points qualities and flaw. But you could wear it if you want. It'll look mighty fancy.
I believe that this armor is, for someone of my standing, if nothing else other than vertical height.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, sure. You can take that off and put it on. Replace your chain with it.
It's going to be very hot, and that's just so you know. It's like wearing shed.
I'm not gonna wear it, but I am bringing this with me.
Okay.
Like, I'm not gonna change in front of everybody, and this needs to probably get a little bit of tailoring done.
I'll have to double check how it works with chain and breastplate, chain and plate. I think you can wear it together because the chain is flexible. I forget exactly how that works, so I'll have to double check that if you do want to wear it in the future.
Yeah, I've got a full layer of light armor on under my mail coat, so I don't need a third layer. Like, that's buck wild.
Or that would be every half an hour you're testing to be fatigued.
You'd have more layers
Yeah.
on parfait.
So is that fine breastplate that I'm adding to my inventory?
You can, yeah.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
We'll take the longsword and the spear too.
Okay. And it's a long spear, so it's like 7 feet long or something.
Oh, cool. It was probably super useful to have for when we inevitably died to quicksand. But yeah, so the pouches were empty, Bethen?
Yes, just a number of empty pouches.
And we found no holes in the wall or any triggers or anything. Was it just a bunch of guys with blow darts that got him and then looted his pockets? Because what type of elven knight carries around empty pouches?
That is true.
Removing the breastplate and things, you see there are no other obvious wounds on the body. Just those darts.
We'll probably take the dart back and maybe, see if...
Yeah, I'd like to take at least one of the darts just to take it back and show people.
Which one that was in the elf or one that...
No, one that was not in.
Okay.
Well, the
Put it
bent
in
one's
the
like
pouch.
not deployed because it never sunk into anything and kind of like,
Well, I would be assuming that they were shot at the breastplate or the
Yes.
shield and bent on the shield, and therefore
Right, but so the poison might still be inside, like kinking a hose. Maybe, I don't know how darts work.
I don't know. I failed my roll, so I have no idea.
Yeah, fair.
Eh.
I don't know how darts work. That seems to be everything in this room.
Seems to be. I don't like those words. Perception check. I rolled a 6.
That is everything in the room.
You legally cannot lie to him right now. You
Yeah.
have to disclose.
My
I am a
perception-
police officer.
My
You do not
perception-
perceive anything else of note in this room other than a window that peers out into the jungle.
Well, there's a window.
Can I see out the window?
There's a
or am I too
wall.
There's a
short?
wall.
What?
Am I too short, or can I see out the window?
No, you can look out the window.
So there's a window in this room?
I feel like this is the first time we're hearing of this.
I'm looking out the window.
It's almost like an arrow slit window. It's very narrow.
Like a dart
Oh.
sled window.
So yeah, I wonder if he was just in here and then he got shot. If only he were alive to tell us.
Oh, I'm a necromancer. I can raise him and ask him.
All right, Liliana's bored with this room. She's leaving it.
I'm bored.
So
No,
there's a
literally,
ladder
she says it out
and
loud. All right, I'm bored. Next.
ladder to the north, and then the two northern what do you call them? Doorways.
I think we should clear the rest of the rooms before we go up the ladder.
Yes, very agree.
I'm going for the next one, counterclockwise.
Alrighty, so we're
So
going
the
to the room to the northeast.
The room to the northeast.
Which is room D.
And I'm gonna look for it. Look for any traps in the room.
Okay.
Somebody throw a rock.
I mean, go ahead, Bethen. It's your
I'm gonna
shtick at this
I'm gonna
point.
Throw a rock.
You do see just inside the doorway of this room there are some spider webs.
Oh, we have this long spear. I can twirl up the spider webs like cotton candy.
and then
She
eat
threw
it?
a rock. Nothing gets scared of that.
Oh, you did throw a rock?
Threw a rock.
Okay, no, yeah, nothing happened.
Yeah, that's my thing.
All right, set trap. And is that a 9 or a 3? I literally can't tell.
A 3.
Cool. Then 2 success levels for that one for set trap.
Okay. You don't
Anything?
notice any traps in this room. It seems pretty similar to the last room you were just in.
Waltzing right in then.
All right.
Anything on the walls?
Nope. Pretty bare in
Empty
here.
room. Really quick circuit. It's empty, and I come right back out.
No dead bodies in here.
That's
Or
what a dead
live
body would say.
spiders.
That's what a dead body would say.
Who said that?
No dead body.
I'm a walking dead body. What?
All right, last room. What do we got?
You heading to the last one?
Yeah.
All right. As you look through, this room's a bit brighter than the rest because there's a doorway on the far side that leads to the other side of the river.
Oh, this is the one that goes over the river.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So this is the room to the northwest.
I'm looking for traps again
Alrighty.
because now I'm going to do it in every single room, and I definitely just rolled a 90. So
You don't seem to see any traps.
This room is only traps.
Traps on traps. So is this another building on the other side of the river, or this is what this room?
This room crosses the river. It's like the room is like a bridge.
So this thing on the map, though, is this just what the outside of the building looks like?
Or is that like another
Right.
separate temple or something?
Right here?
Oh yeah. On the map that shows what the outside of the building.
I like
looks
how he didn't notice you were circling it like the entire time with your little cursor.
Oh, I didn't have that spot on my.
Just trying to show you.
All right, it's upstairs time, yes?
Let's do it.
Yep.
All right. So there's a ladder leading up to the second floor. Who's first?
Probably Bethen.
So on our map here, if you look down below the image, you see second floor. I'll reveal once we see who is going.
I'll go first.
Bethen's gonna climb
No,
up.
you really should not. I don't think
Yeah,
that's
you
a
really
good
I'm
should
idea.
sorry.
not go
I'm
first.
sorry. Way over in the left corner, the first floor is what we're looking at. The second floor is the top level.
Oh, you're one of those people.
It's like Warhammer Fantasy roleplay parlance because that's how the English do it. So I wanted to keep it within those conventions.
But I'm more than happy to go first.
All right, Gertie, if you want to go first, go ahead.
I mean, I don't want to. If you really want to go, you can
No,
go.
no,
I
no.
just
No.
Okay.
You're so heroic.
Yes.
Alrighty, so this is the first floor, and you see it's a I said 6x6. Is that so? It's actually 12 by 12 yards. It's 6 squares ish square, and you see there are 5 bedrolls laid out.
Do they seem used recently?
It's hard to tell.
Are they used right now?
There's nobody in there.
Oh, okay.
No, they
I
are
should have asked
empty
that.
bedrolls.
Should have asked that one
Let's
first.
say empty bedrolls.
Oh yeah, I'll poke him with a spear.
Okay.
Move him about.
Make a challenging perception check.
Hey. 2 success levels.
All right. In one of the bedrolls, you find a small pendant on a chain.
I'll pick it up with the spear and drop it down so it goes into my hand.
Appropriately, you know what you speak. You know a few languages, don't you?
I do. Elf, Gilder, Dwarf.
And because you have read write, we can assume that you can read and write all those languages as well.
Yes.
You recognize this as an elven rune for strength.
Oh, great.
It's just like a silver pendant shaped into that rune.
I think the guy downstairs should have been wearing this.
Mm.
Maybe he was at one point.
Yeah.
Before, what size are these bedrolls? Are these big bedrolls, little bedrolls, skinny bedrolls?
They're kind of long.
Long.
Yeah.
Like elf sized.
Huh.
They look like they
I'm
look
not up there.
too long for a dwarf, but looks like elves could have slept on these. Yes.
Okay. I'll put this pendant in my pocket, I guess. Not like because I'm like taking it, but because I need my hands free.
For the spear?
Yes.
It's fair.
Twice as long as you. No, not quite. I forget you're tall for a dwarf. The ladder does continue up to another hole in the ceiling of this room.
I might tell everybody it's safe. I found a necklace. There's bedrolls. Seems like it's for really tall people. Everything seems pretty okay, though.
Well, Vicious can't go up a ladder, so I'm going to hang out down here.
It keeps going up. You want me to check up there, too, or...
Yeah.
Okay.
Be careful.
So is just Gerty gonna go up to the second floor?
I'm curious, so I'll follow along behind. Like, I'll wait on the bedroll floor while he goes up.
Okay.
Like, I'm not going to crowd him, but...
Heinrich?
He'll go up with Bethen and kind of sit in that middle floor that's still safe,
Okay.
but close enough to get more information.
I mean, there's bedrolls here. We could pull Vicious up in a little canopy. Probably
Yeah.
pretty easy.
Yeah.
You have
Did we
that
bring
rope.
with us, or did we leave it there?
What? The rope? Well, we have all these sleeping bags. We build like a parachute and pull them up.
Tell me what you see up top first, then maybe we'll do it.
Okay.
There's nothing up there, there's no point.
Oh, look at this. It's my death.
So you go up here, and it's a smaller room than below. We have 4 squares square, so 8 yards square. And in this room, you see, looks like there are 4. There's a much larger window in each of the 4 walls in this room. And in the center of the room seems to be some kind of lantern, you think?
Okay.
If somebody were to put oil into this, it would work well as a lantern to light.
Well, great. This is watchtower. Yeah.
Seems something like that. Now that you're up here with more windows, you also notice that the overcast has turned to a dark gloom.
Oh, there's a storm coming.
Seems like it.
I alert everyone that this lighthouse. Also, clouds. Looking bad.
Like we're gonna be stuck here in the rain, Gertie? Like, what is it? I'm like trying to shout up 2 floors.
Like it's good. Yeah, there's storm coming. Probably. I don't know if it's gonna be like right here or here later. I'm not an obstetrician.
A what?
Obstetrician?
Yes, weather guy.
I was going to say, obstetrician? You don't deal with pregnant women?
No, I don't do this either.
That's true.
Check around. Has this been lit recently?
It doesn't look like it, no.
Is there any oil up there to add to it? Like a jug of oil?
Do you go on up and look?
Or, yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay. Bethen climbs on up. Heinrich, you want to head up there too?
Boom, boom,
Yep.
boom, 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 boom.
Boop, 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 boop. Up the ladder.
Whee!
I don't know where everybody's tokens are anymore. Oh, I found Bethen. She's sideways.
That girl's sideways.
That girl is sideways. Oh, here comes Heinrich. Yeah, so you see this, what looks like most likely a lantern. It seems to have dried up long ago. And as you guys are up here, you hear a strange sound. A bit of seems like
Helicopters.
trees crashing into each other, coming from the northeast, out in the jungle. Lily
can
would
we-
hear this as well.
I can.
That's going to be a perception check for sure.
Yep.
Big.
That's a big 80. Not going to...
70.
Yeah, 2 negative success levels.
Uh,
Is there a window nearby me that I could look out?
not on your level. You
Yeah.
could climb up quick and see if you want.
Mm.
Otto and Luca are still down below,
Oh, they are still down below.
so it wouldn't be like Vicious would be totally alone.
Then I will shout up and be like, "What is it?"
I don't know. I can't see.
Oh, so
We failed our perception checks.
just to go, scramble
it
up the ladders.
Does start to rain at this point. And a low rumble to the north convinces you to turn your head to peer out the window. The sky is darkened, but something even darker catches your eye. How could it not? A form at least a dozen yards tall forces itself through the trees. Its footsteps can be felt even through the stone underneath your feet. The monster is black as night, except for huge gleaming white teeth that shine in its open mouth. It has the general shape of a human, but that is where the similarities end. It continues north until the jungle swallows up even this mighty creature.
Does it look at all like the picture downstairs?
Yeah, does it look similar to any of those things?
It looks sort of similar to the first one I described that was a muscle-bound.
Mm.
How did I word that?
Muscly.
Creature with bulging muscles.
Hey there, muscly on.
I think.
As you guys see this, I'm going to have you make another perception check as you see this creature walk by. Not like right next to you guys. It's
Yeah.
relatively far away, but it's real big.
-0.
Same.
4 success levels.
Boom.
I did like 20 points better than my 80. Still a failure.
So we would say Lily climbed up there to see.
Oh yeah, she scrambled up the
This
minute they said
thumping.
nothing.
So you happen to notice something your halfling senses. You were looking more closely at this thing as it went by instead of just, oh my god, this giant monster. You see that shoot, where to go? It's bleeding from a number of wounds, and one of its arms seems to be sizzling and steaming.
I don't know if that's good or not. It looks wounded, so it might be good, but also if it's mad, that's might not be good.
And what wounded it?
What wounded it that badly?
Yes.
If it bleeds, you can kill it.
That is
If
true.
I mean,
we
maybe
have-
not us, but someone
Yeah.
can.
Yeah.
So looking at this thing out the window, it's quite a ways away, a few hundred yards probably, or maybe not that far.
Across the river?
jungle. Yeah. You would, all seeing this, you would see it's at least the size of a giant from the Empire.
Dang.
Shoot.
So like 20 to 30 feet tall at least. Hard to tell with all the trees around it, but
Yes. What direction is it heading?
it's moving north,
Okay.
towards the north.
And we are straight east from the lagoon? Okay.
Yes.
I'm sorry. So you said
Yeah,
that
we're
it's
just
like,
up from the water we found.
You said it's like humanoid in like physique, but like does its face look like human-y or like reptilian or
So it was black. You can kind of assume that it was covered in black hair, a fur.
okay.
And its face was kind of humanoid-ish. It was hard to tell. It did look like like its mouth was open because it was breathing heavily. And you could see it had real big, sharp teeth. But it wasn't like it doesn't have like a
Did it-
muzzle.
I was going to ask, does it have a snoot?
You could boop its snoot, but it's pretty short.
My brain is now screaming like Attack on Titan, but covered in gorilla fur. It's
Yeah.
absolutely horrifying in
There
my
is-
brain.
Yes, there is a Titan that looked like that too, so it's probably exactly that.
I've never seen that show, so I wouldn't be drawing things from that. But it's hard to describe because it's not something that I think you would have something to compare it to as characters.
Oh, so we don't know what squatches are. This is like a really big squatch, yeah?
For players, it kind of looks like a big black squatch.
Okay. I don't like this. We should probably go.
I say for players,
it-
it looks, it looks like a giant gorilla, like King
I was gonna
Kong.
say, is this freaking King
Yeah.
Kong?
In terms of weather,
It started to rain.
Started to rain. Well, if we wanted to get any look at blood, if it's dripping blood, it's going to get washed away. So
Okay.
that's not even viable at this point.
Oh, yes.
That was my first thought, was to see what exactly was dripping out of this thing.
What direction did it seem like it was heading from? It's heading north from like where we are, or from like a different area.
No, it just kind of seemed to be going past where you guys are. It was coming from like the southeast.
Would
Okay.
Liliana have told us that it was injured?
Oh, definitely.
I think she said that, yeah.
Okay. I don't know that we want to be caught either by this large creature, assuming that we're not all having some kind of poison-induced hallucination, or anything
hunting
that
it?
could wound such a creature.
I'm
We are
going to agree.
clearly ill prepared for this.
Yes.
Maybe a trip and fallen rock.
Maybe it fell down a cliff.
Yeah, maybe it fell off waterfall of very slippery rocks.
Watch
That was
it.
a great look.
Watch it.
Liliana did also say that one arm was sizzling and steaming.
I don't know. What
Why would it be sizzling and steaming?
Maybe it's allergic to storms. When it gets rained on and it hurts it.
I don't know. It kind of made me think of like when you put salt on a slug, it kind of goes,
Right? Like,
Maybe
Whatever it is,
have
it
any
doesn't-
weapons.
doesn't
Like,
together.
This is why I was excited for this to be episode 10, because I was really looking forward to this moment.
I don't like this. Let's leave.
Can we
yeah.
go back to Nome now?
We,
Leanna's going back
we
down the stairs.
absolutely should go back to the camp.
Yes.
I am inclined to agree, and we can report back on what we found and the monster that we just saw.
And that there are like a nation of elves here. Someone else has explored this area, building lighthouses and bridge houses. And
Oh, hey, from the top of the tower, can we see any other towers?
that's a
good
great
point.
question.
That was something that I have in here I almost forgot about. It with the rain, it's not raining hard. So you can see a little ways in all directions. You do notice, I want to see if there's anything I had specified in here. To the, come on, load. To further east, hard to tell exactly how far, you do see another stone structure sticking up above the trees, a few miles away. To the north,
What? I'm sorry. What direction was the other structure?
east,
East.
further east. To the north, you can spy the very glimmering top of something.
Ooh,
Not sure what it is, but something that
a
is
glimmering top.
shining a little bit. To the northeast, you do see a lone peak jutting up out of the jungle.
So yeah, something has settled here before. We're not the first ones to,
At
Yes.
least explore.
which I think as
towers.
players we all anticipated this, but the characters would be like,
Yeah, just wild jungle would be pretty boring.
So this does seem like maybe a great forward base or something, maybe to bring other people out here and I don't know, secure this location.
Gerty, I'm sure that it's not lost on you that there were more than one bedroll on the second floor, and only one person we have found who might sleep in a bed.
Yes, he's probably very wealthy. He has many bedrolls.
Perhaps. I suspect that this building may be somewhat more occupied than we initially believed.
Yes. This could be.
Yes.
yes.
But obviously, It'd work for someone else, yeah?
I'm
have-
not so sure that the occupants are gone for the long term. It may benefit us, especially in rainy weather, where they may be returning, that we should get back as quickly as possible.
I like this. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
Let's go.
Alrighty. So you're gonna head back towards camp.
Yes,
Yeah.
we get our spider legs and we go home.
So, are you taking the whole spiders or just
No.
like chopping their legs off
Just
here?
The legs.
Okay.
Opie, do not help them with these spiders in any way.
Opie.
I need the whole big boy.
Okay. Like I said, they're not heavy.
Mhm.
Arthropods like that typically are not. They can fall great heights without being hurt. They're very, very light. And these, even though they're big, the average size spider is about the size of a human, still would only be like 30, 40 pounds.
Unwieldy, uncomfortable to carry, but not heavy.
Yeah.
Right. It's that messed up diet culture, you know. Could be the size of you and only 30 pounds. Be like a spider.
Yeah, so we tie them together like chickens.
Yep.
And drag them on shield.
I'm assuming
Right.
it was cool inside, and therefore we didn't have to make any endurance rolls for the hot
Yeah.
conditions.
Yes.
Sweet.
Cool.
Yep. Being inside of what the structure was built in a way that stays cool-ish, especially being right next to the river, and the small windows don't allow much sunlight in to kind of bake the inside, so it did stay cool in there. And now that it's raining, the humidity is broken a bit, and you don't have to make those checks at the moment.
Cool.
Sweet.
Right, so
Rain
let's...
on us on the way back.
Yeah, skedaddle skadoots. Let's move our patoots.
All right. So you can lower Vicious down first?
I think
the
that
idea?
makes the most sense, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll say no problem there. You know how to do this. You did it a minute ago. You guys can all make your way down that ladder. The spiders on the shield, you figure you could probably just toss the spider stuff over the side and it'll be okay.
Yeah,
I mean, after I get down with Vicious, you could haul like, the tarp back up.
You could do that.
We've developed a system.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to say at 15 yards that these spiders would splat a little bit
Yeah.
if you just toss them straight off.
As I'm saying, they don't weigh much, so.
My camera autofocused and I'm very blurry. I'm sorry, everybody. There we go.
How did you do that in the first place?
Oh, I like adjusted my body closer.
All right. So you guys are you heading back to the ship?
At least to the camp first.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, at this point, let's see. It took you a little less than an hour to get to the pond, climb up there, explore that place. Probably took another good hour. So we're talking late morning at this point, not quite midday.
Oh, that's it. That's good.
Okay.
It's a productive day.
So yeah. And you see that people are just working through the rain as best they can. More of the trees have been pushed down, of course.
Great.
Hey, you don't think that sound we heard on the beach was that thing?
I hope not.
That's a great look.
Fuck. It's big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost certainly the biggest creature you've ever seen.
It was just walking.
A
on
lot
2
of them are
feet.
bigger than me, but that's really big.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Real.
1.5, almost 2 Brunos.
Liliana, you're like the size of the second thumb knuckle. The thumb from the second knuckle.
Yeah. Concept of big is very different for me. I'm used to being tiny, but not that tiny.
Yeah. Woof. So I guess we should probably, if it's only that time, I thought it would be later. Sorry. Maybe we should go back to the ship and report back,
Yes.
or should we do more stuff? Should we do more stuff here first,
At the camp?
and like just like in the surrounding area? I don't have to keep going back and forth.
I don't either, but I think finding gorilla the size of the Temple of Sigmar is something to maybe alert people to.
Yeah.
If we
Yeah.
tell, what's his name? Rudy
Yeah.
or Captain Herzog, they could potentially outfit that outpost.
Yes.
And if we're going to see anything of this size in the wild, we certainly will need to bring more soldiers and those slayers with us.
Mm,
Yes.
yes.
Oh, I did forget to say, when you're in the top level of the tower, you could look out even to see the Spirit of Valea in the bay.
Cool.
So we
I
can
kind of
see it.
assumed,
Yeah.
but thank you.
So if there were other elves there recently, they've known we've been here.
Mhm.
So there could be many other things that are aware we're here
Security
too.
risk.
Yeah.
Yes.
Should probably go to the boat. Yeah. Okay.
So you're going to head back to the Spirit of Valea to report?
Yes.
Okay.
And cook spider legs. And also see that the spirit of Valea is on fire,
Oh,
probably.
no. Good thing it's a metal ship.
Oh,
It's
yes.
raining.
Out of curiosity,
set.
just for the sake of sizing, the big thing could not be seen from the beach.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Because even though there's a slope to this area, there were some trees taller than it and whatnot. You guys could see it because you were up on that level with it, essentially. And it was far enough inland. It's a couple miles inland
Right.
anyway.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, so we need to report this. We need to cook spider legs. There's a lot going on. We need to outfit this post, maybe talk to some elves, see if they're familiar with this livery.
Livery.
Live orally.
Yes. Take a look at this pendant. You know, there's a lot of stuff to do, a lot of people to talk to.
Yeah.
So let's do that.
I agree. I think this is a good plan.
Yeah. We'll do that next time and see what happens when you have all that to report on episode 11.
Captain's log.
I love making you guys nervous.